Do you love Japan? The futuristic technology, the world-class food culture, the polite, kind people, and above all, its reputation as the safest country in the world. A country where a woman can walk alone at 2 a.m. without fear. A country where you can leave your wallet on a cafe table, go to the bathroom, and find it exactly where you left it. Yes, that is true. But have you ever stopped to think about the cost? What is the price of this overwhelming safety? Hidden beneath Japan's peaceful surface operates a system that hardly belongs in a modern democracy. And if you ever get caught in its gear, your life ends in that instant. This is not a movie. This is a simulation of a reality that could happen to you tomorrow. Welcome to Tokyo Fact Lab. Today's theme, hostage justice. Why is Japan's conviction rate 99.9%? Why did the multi-millionaire Carlos Ghosn have to hide inside a musical instrument case to escape the country? Let's simulate the answer through your own eyes. Imagine this. You are a foreigner living in Tokyo, or maybe just a tourist enjoying a vacation. It's a Friday night. You've had a few drinks with friends at a bar in Roppongi or Shibuya. You're feeling good. You're enjoying the Japanese night. But then, something small happens. Maybe you bump shoulders with someone in a crowded club. Maybe there's a misunderstanding due to the language barrier, and voices get raised. Or maybe, on a packed train, you lose your balance, and a woman nearby screams, "Chikan!" Groping. You think to yourself, it's just a misunderstanding. We can talk this out. I haven't done anything wrong. Soon, the police arrive. Japanese police officers are polite. They don't beat you. They don't point guns at you. They just say quietly, "Let's go to the station and talk." You agree because you have no reason to resist. You get into the patrol car and head to the nearest station. At this point, you are still optimistic. You think you'll explain yourself for a couple of hours and go back to your hotel or apartment. But the moment you step through the back door of the police station, your world changes. First, everything you own is confiscated. Your smartphone, your wallet, your watch. But not just that. Your belt, your tie, your shoelaces, even the string from your hoodie. Under the pretext of suicide prevention, you are stripped of your dignity and left looking miserable. Then, you are made to sit on a cold metal chair, facing a detective. The detective's attitude is completely different from the polite officer on the street. He is aggressive. He doesn't want to hear your explanation. You start to panic. And then, you scream the magic words you've heard 1,000 times in American movies and TV shows. "I want my lawyer. I won't say a word until my lawyer gets here." In the US, the UK, France, and almost any developed nation, this is your fundamental right. Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to an attorney. The moment you say these words, the police must stop the interrogation. They cannot touch you until your lawyer arrives to advise you. That is common sense in a chaotic world. But this is Japan. The detective hears your words, smiles coldly, and says, "A lawyer? Sure, I'll let you call one later. But right now, it's interrogation time. Sit down." You can't believe your ears. Did he not understand your English? Is this a joke? No. This is reality. In Japan, you do not have the right to have a lawyer present during interrogation. Let me say that again. You are thrown into a closed room, all alone. You have no allies next to you, no expert to give you advice. In front of you is only a professional interrogator, whose sole job is to turn you into a criminal. Even if you pay millions to hire the best lawyer in Japan, that lawyer can only wait on a bench in the hallway outside. By law, they are not allowed to enter the room. This is the entrance to Japan's judicial system, the first step into despair. You are under arrest. So, where do they take you next? A prison? No. You are put into something called a Daiyo Kangoku, a substitute prison. This is a holding cell inside the police station itself. Normally, arrested suspects should be moved to a detention house, managed by the Ministry of Justice, separate from the police. Why? Because the police are the ones trying to catch you, and the detention center is supposed to be a neutral place, just to keep you from running away. These two must be separated. But in Japan, the police are allowed to keep you locked up inside their own station. Do you understand what this means? It means the police have you in their hands 24 hours a day, morning, noon, and night. They can pull you out of your cell and drag you to the interrogation room anytime they want. You are, quite literally, their hostage. You spend your first night on a cold, hard tatami mat. The lights are never turned off. A surveillance camera stares down at you. You think, "I'll be out tomorrow." But that hope is shattered the next morning. Under Japanese law, they can detain you for up to 23 days before even charging you with a crime. 23 days. Imagine that. Starting today, for over 3 weeks, You cannot go to work. You cannot contact your friends. You cannot call your family. If you are a tourist, your flight home will leave without you. If you live and work in Japan, 23 days of no-show means you will definitely lose your job. You won't be able to pay your rent. You will lose your social credit. Even if you are eventually released as innocent, after 23 days, your life in society is effectively dead. This is why Japan's system is called hostage justice. If you admit to the crime, we'll let you out early. If you don't admit it, you'll stay here for the full 23 days. The police take your time and your social life hostage to force a confession. Truth doesn't matter. All they want is for you to say, "I did it," and sign the paper. You try to resist. "I didn't do it!" But the interrogation in that closed room is brutal. Morning to night, the same questions, over and over. "You did it, didn't you?" "We have a witness. Don't you feel any remorse?" Sometimes they scream at you. They bang on the table. They deny your humanity. Sometimes they act kind, whispering, "If you just tell us the truth honestly, the punishment will be light." This repeats every day for hours. Your mind wears down. You lose track of time. Can you see a lawyer? Yes, but only once a day, for maybe 15 or 20 minutes, and only through an acrylic panel in a meeting room. After that short time, you are dragged back to that lonely interrogation room. Most people cannot last 10 days. "I don't care anymore. I just want to get out of here." The moment you think that, you sign the story the police have written for you. That paper is called a chosho, a deposition. It says, "I did it intentionally. I am deeply sorry." If you cannot read Japanese, it is even more tragic. The interpreter is hired by the police. There is no guarantee that the nuances are being conveyed correctly. But the moment you sign it, that paper becomes the ultimate evidence. Overturning a signed confession in Japan is next to impossible. But I can fight in court, right? You might think so. Like in an American courtroom drama, you think you can stand before a jury and prove your innocence. Unfortunately, I have to introduce you to another desperate number, 99.9%. This is the conviction rate in Japanese criminal trials. If a prosecutor decides to indict you, there is a 99.9% chance you will be found guilty. The probability of a miraculous not guilty verdict is only 0.1%. Out of 1,000 people, only one survives. This is a statistical fact. While it partly means Japanese prosecutors only indict cases they are sure to win, it also means that once you are on the rail, there is no escape. Japanese judges tend to accept that chosho, the paper created in the secret interrogation room, as the strongest evidence. Even if you scream in court, "I was threatened into signing it. I didn't do it." The judge will simply think, "But your signature is right here. Why did you sign it if you didn't do it?" The psychological state of being detained for 23 days is rarely considered. The signature is everything. This is why Carlos Ghosn ran away. He was the head of Nissan, a global multimillionaire. He had the money to hire the best legal team in existence. And yet, he realized he was powerless before the Japanese judicial system. He was detained for over 100 days, banned from seeing his wife. Even after bail, he was under strict surveillance. He understood the truth. It is impossible to get a fair trial in this country. So he hid inside a box, slipped onto a private jet, and escaped Japan. Global media criticized him. But those who knew the Japanese system understood why he did it. If you are playing a game you cannot win, the only choice is to leave the board. Even a billionaire had to do that. Now, what if the target is you? You with no private jet and no connections. What are your odds of beating this system? This is the dark side, hidden behind the world's safest country. Japan is safe not just because the police are excellent. It is safe because there is a functioning system that isolates suspicious people from society and finds them guilty. No questions asked. False accusations? Of course they happen. But in this country, order weighs heavier than individual human rights. If sacrificing one innocent person means catching 99 criminals, Japan accepts that cost. That is the hidden price of maintaining order. If you come to Japan, remember this. Enjoy the delicious sushi. Visit the beautiful temples in Kyoto. Buy anime merchandise in Akihabara. But absolutely, under any circumstances, do not get involved with the police. Do not get drunk and fight. Do not do anything that looks suspicious.